Hey guys, we have something super fun for you today.
This is going to be a fire pit shootout, which is totally appropriate because we're out here in the middle of the Arizona desert, boondocking. Love it out here. So what have we here?
Okay, so we have 3 different fire pits that we're going to talk about and show you today, but one of them has several features that I know you have never seen before.
So don't go anywhere, because when you think you've seen it all before, you haven't. Let's start with these 2 different smokeless fire pits. So we have the old and the new, but I'm going to talk about the old first. I'm sure you guys have seen the solo stoves. Maybe you have one. This is Old Faithful. It's been with us for the last 4 years that we've been full-time RV living. And there's a number of things we love about it. There's some things that we don't love about it that really improved in this unit. But before I get to that one, let's talk about this one. So the idea with the smokeless fire pit, I don't really know how it works. All I know is that you've got these vent holes down here, and then if you come up here a little bit, you'll see the holes down in the grate, and then you've got this lip on here. So I think the idea is with these is that you don't want to put your firewood past the lip, and that for some reason it helps it not be as smoky, and that's a big deal. I mean, because especially when you're full-time RV living, I know my wife especially doesn't like to smell like smoke. It makes your hair smell like smoke. It makes your clothes, and I don't really love it either. So in fact, we've just been camping out with some friends over there with the old traditional fire pit there, and it's really hot, but it's really smoky and it makes you stink. So that's why these smokeless fire pits are cool. But the thing is, with the solo stove, there's a number of things that we don't love about it. One big thing is that whenever you need to clean it, do you notice it's got little muscles going on here? How much does this thing weigh? It's like 30 something pounds, I think. That means you got to physically pick it up, and a lot of times you want to take your ash and maybe throw it away from the campsite somewhere or whatever, and you got to physically flip it over, and you got to do all this hard work. Ugh. And I don't know, I really don't like that aspect of it. Now this ring, apparently legally, this is what they have to do to get it off the ground. I got no problems with the ring. And then of course it sits down in there, and then when you want to pack it away, that's as small as it gets. And then the bag, you have to pay separate for the bag. And I think the bags that we saw recently are like 50 bucks. Now granted, I understand that this thing is old. So Solo Stove, when you go onto their website, they have tons of different models. But one thing that kind of shocks me is they don't have a collapsible model, at least not what we could find. Here's why that stinks for RVs. This is where we store the Solo Stove. We store it right here. And this is our generator bay. Now, so a lot of you probably have a generator in this spot, which means you have even less space to put the Solo Stove. So that means you would probably have to put it in your main bay. It just takes up a lot of space, right? So it goes up to like here, and space is at a premium in any RV. So that's why I think the collapsible units make so much more sense. Now, let's check out this new Turbro Collapsible Fire Pit. Now, if you're hearing the name Turbro and go, that sounds familiar. Well, believe it or not, it's the same company that makes the Turbro air conditioner that I reviewed on a video about a month ago. Strangely enough, they're also in the fire pit business. Go figure. So they sent this unit to us for free. Check it out, and thank you, Turbro. But I'm gonna give you the pros and cons on this unit. But one of the major pros is that the bag is included. With the Solo Stoves that we saw on their website, you had to buy the bag separate, and they weren't cheap. So this, as you can see, this is a pretty high quality bag. So I love that. You'll notice right out of the gate, look how much smaller that is in a footprint whenever it's sitting inside your RV. You just saved some space. Congratulations. Okay, so let's open this up. Now, I gotta say that these types of bags, it's always hard to get these things out of here. So I'm just gonna kind of pull the stuff out somewhat separate. Let's see if I can get it. It's a little easier to get it out than it is to get it in, to be honest. Okay, so this is what it looks like fully collapsed. Pretty cool. Okay, so as far as setting it up goes, so here's that removable tray that I was talking about. I can get easy peasy. You go over there, dump it, bring it back. Love that feature. Pop this out of here. Now, before you set the rest of it up, you want to put the legs up. Now, I like these legs just because it's one less loose part that you have to deal with, as opposed to the solo stove, which has the ring that's loose. And then you'll put the tray in here. And this goes on. Has 3 little notches. You just kind of line those up. Then put your little ring on the top, and you're ready to rock. A couple things I want to point out. Again, this is an old solo stove model, so if they've changed their model since, you know, you'll have to weigh that. But if you come and take a look at this, so if you look at how deep these are, they're about the same depth. I think this is about maybe a 1/2 inch deeper, so you, in theory, you could fit a piece of wood that's a 1/2 inch longer. Not a big deal. But here's the big thing that I want to point out. You'll notice that, see this, it's this high off the ground, and you've got this whole chamber is where the air is, where it circulates. Whereas down here with the solo stove, you've just got this little small space. So one thing that I've definitely noticed, it seems to be easier to get that sort of roaring, sort of hot fire like you really want in this unit versus this one. Now you may be wondering, why did I bring a gong to the desert? Good question. But this is not a gong. This is actually a heat deflector. Now this is a separate accessory that you can get with the Turbro, but the idea of it is it sits on top. You know how heat rises, obviously, and sometimes with these smokeless pits like this, one complaint is they don't get hot enough, frankly, or you have to get really close to get warm by the fire. So the idea is that that it hits this deflector and then it deflects out, and it absolutely works. In fact, we've been here camping with friends, and we were using the Turbro here when we first came up, and everybody was like, "Wow, there's a good amount of heat coming off of this thing." Now, is it going to be like an open pit fire? No, it's not going to be that hot, but it'd definitely be hotter than if it didn't have it. Then you just set it on top, just like this. And the heat will disperse out like this. Now, the thing that's kind of crazy is that it doesn't hardly get very hot up here at all. Now, you wouldn't want to put your hands on it, but it's kind of strange the way that it works. It just kind of makes the heat go towards everybody, which is great. Apparently, Solo Stove also makes heat deflector units, but without collapsible legs, which, again, for RVing, that's just not practical. You need to be able to transport this and not take up a bunch of space. So the big thing is, how do you store it? Because as you'll notice, it is filthy on the back. That's why I'm wearing gloves. And that's just fire, you know, it's soot. So let me show you my solution. This is kind of funny. Unfortunately, Turbro doesn't make a bag for their heat deflector, so I had to buy one. So ChatGPT and I figured out a way to put it in this bag. I'll give you $1 if you can figure out what this bag is actually for. Hint, hint. Yes, it is a tutu bag. That's right. For 40 bucks, and we'll have this link down below to our Amazon page. This is what little girls put their tutus in when they travel, apparently. But who knew that it would also work great for putting, now it's oversized, I get that, it's way too big, but it totally works, and I think it was like 40 bucks, so it was totally worth it. But as you can see, keeps things clean, most importantly for not getting inside the RV and getting all over everything inside the RV. So, works great so far. Let's talk about the pros and cons. I have to say that I didn't love the construction of these. It's basically rivets that you're screwing into. I felt like they were a little janky. I wish that there was a way to kind of break this down even further, but maybe that's just not possible. I don't know. But if I would say to Turbro, if you could figure out a way to make these feel more solid and secure, I think that would be an improvement. On this unit, I really don't have many pros and cons. I think if anything, maybe sometimes whenever you collapse it down, if you don't situate it right where it seats down in it, sometimes it can be a little hard to get these things back apart, but you'll figure it out. It's not a deal killer by any means. Now, another huge thing we got to talk about is the price. The latest prices that we've seen on a similar unit, on a new unit from Solo Stove, is $349, and that doesn't include a bag. With the Turbro unit, we've seen this vary from anywhere from prices as low as $109 to $169, and it includes the bag. So, I mean, that's a huge difference. So you can see how much more space we have here. It's great. We could actually maybe set some firewood on top of it, which we like to do that. So our game plan is to get rid of the solo stove and just keep the Turbro, because we just think it works a lot better.
So it's my turn, and I am so excited to show you this. I have a story behind this. So I saw this like on Instagram, and I have never, as an RVer, seen it before. Like literally never seen it before. So in all honesty, I reached out and I asked them if they would consider sending me one, and if I liked it, I would tell you about it. And guys, I love it. It is solving a problem that I have. So we recently kind of figured out we're overweight. That video is coming. And I started really taking a hard look at all the different stoves, fire pits, grills that we were carrying with us. And at the time I had a big Blackstone, we had the solo stove. In the past I've had like the Coleman collapsible tabletop grill. And we used to have this, just a regular propane fire pit like this. And all that stuff adds up to so much weight. So when I saw this is like a 4-in-1, I guess, combo, and you're not gonna believe it. From the outside, you see, it's a propane fire pit. We've seen these before. You know, they do a good job, especially when you're in places where like there's a fire ban on wood fires and you can use a fire pit instead. That's why we originally got our first propane fire pit, because we were in, I think, California, Oregon when there was a fire ban. So this is gonna solve that problem if you run into it. So fire pit, right? Now, you see that there is a top on this. And when you release the top, you now have a wok, which also is very similar, since I've been using it, to having a Blackstone. You have that thick surface, you treat it just like a Blackstone where you oil it and you keep it conditioned. I have loved this. So far I've cooked like a jambalaya on it. You can see how that worked out, but I love having this option. I have never seen this before. So wok, Blackstone. Now, you see, I'm gonna show you this one first. Grill. So I missed having a grill. I haven't had a grill in a couple of years because I really got sick of toting the Coleman grill that I had around, and it was getting really dirty and getting on stuff inside the bay, so I ended up giving it to my son. But we've made burgers on this. I've grilled vegetables on this. It really solved that problem of not having a grill, and you get that char taste, which I absolutely love with grilled food, versus like Blackstone, you don't get the char of a grill, so that is awesome. But check this out. This is a pizza stone. And we have really been putting this to the test. Obviously, we've been using it quite a bit. What you do is you heat it up, and then this wok becomes the dome and the lid to your pizza oven. Right? I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I absolutely love this because I make pizza here in the RV all the time, and it heats up your RV. If you use your oven, especially in the summertime, it's gonna heat it up, and that is no good. And overall, I love cooking outside more because it also keeps the smells from absorbing inside the RV. You know, you cook certain things like fish and just anything that has like chilies. I make these chili dishes, and Barry will sneeze and cough the whole time we're inside because it releases inside the RV. So when anything I can do outside, this makes me really happy, and it makes him really happy too. So I'm loving this thing. We've been putting it to the test. I would say the trickiest part of this whole thing, cooking on it, is keeping the temperature. So just like any grill or cooking over an open flame or anything like that, you know, the wind can come in here and it can basically move the heat from different spots. So what I do is I rotate the grill or the pizza stone as it's cooking from time to time, and that way if there's a hot spot, it kind of gets moved around. So that was a really key thing for me. But that is the trickiest thing. Now, how it controls the heat, especially with the pizza oven, is it has two things. You know, here's your propane hookup, and then it just is a click light. You can also turn the flames up and down, like tweak them just a little. using this knob. And that is the key that for the success of this thing, is having the ability to really hone in and tune in that heat level that you want, because it's really easy for it to like totally scorch the outside before the inside cooks. So I love having the control on this, and I love that it's so compact. You can put it all in here. This whole thing weighs 20 pounds. I mean, if you had a Blackstone alone is like 40 pounds, if not more, depending on which one you have. If you had the Coleman grill, I'm pretty sure was like 30 something. You know, you have all these different things weighing so much. This one unit brings your weight down. Again, if you're weight sensitive like we are right now, that's really important. And it has a small profile. So it goes into a cool bag, which I'll show you, and it's easy to carry around. Now, I will tell you something cool I saw from the company itself. So when you put this all together and put the lid on and lock it down like I had it, you know, you can just pick it up and carry it. You could put it in the bag and carry it, but you could also get a magnet handle, and it can be picked up by the magnet handle. And I'll put a link to that in the description, because they also have a smaller one than this. They have one that's about, I don't know if it's not quite half the size, but the smaller one would be really, really great. Like if you take your side-by-side out with friends and you want to stop somewhere at the great view and have a little fire or cook something, that would fit in your side-by-side. It's small. It's meant for small profile. So if you have a camper van or a bee van or something smaller, it's called the Spark. And it has the same components, but has a smaller profile, and it's really easy to carry. You could even hike up to a cool view, bring it with you, cook a little bit on it, and then hike down. I just think that is so smart. I also love that this is a small business. It's a guy that had a great idea to improve upon the regular propane stove, and I just want to support him. I think this is a great product, and I know a lot of RVers could use, you know, this all-in-one kind of thing. So he was gracious enough to give $20 off on his website. And I'll put all the information on the screen. You can also find the larger size one on Amazon. However, on his website, you have the access to the smaller one. You can order this without the pizza stone if you're just not into it. So it has like a base version and then deluxe version with all this. This is the deluxe version. So check it out. I just think I love finding products and things that are unique and solve problems in RV life, and this definitely does that. Have never seen before, and I know one of them you have never seen before. So real fire pit type devices. Devices.
We have 3. Okay, so then, no, I did it wrong. Crap. You got to put that in first. Okay. Take 26. Now you might be wondering, why do I have a dong?
A dong?